Today I'm telling you the top 3 most underrated maps in Roblox Rivals, so you can hopefully stop voting for Arena. And of course I'm giving away a classic bundle and an ultra key bundle for 90,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is like, subscribe, watch to the end of video, and comment which one of the two you want. Coming in at number 3, we have Docks. I don't see very many people play this unless if it's in like the arcade server, which a lot of people vote for this in the arcade server for some reason. I guess because it's like a larger map technically. Now for 1v1s, I think this map is pretty good. It kind of promotes a different play style compared to Arena. I know Arena, it's it's a very close range map, so you get a lot of sweats trying to play on that. But if you're more of a casual player and you like to hide out and camp sometimes, which I mean, as annoying as it is, some people like to play like that, right? And this is actually a pretty good map because you have a lot of buildings, right, that you can hide in. And it's also just in general a very like nice looking map, I guess. Arena is like such an ugly map, I can't lie. Like this is gonna be the Arena hate video, like no lie. But I like Docks a lot. There's a lot of pretty scummy spots that you can hide in, like in these shipping crates right here. You can put like a trip mine on both these sides and just like sit here at the riot shield, which it works, but it's not gonna make people very happy, right? But I feel like this is a very good map to play on. I feel like people don't play on this map enough. People just vote Arena like over and over again, like clockwork, And I think Docks is definitely underplayed. Like I said, people like to vote for this for, matches that have more people, but I feel like this would work really well for 1v1s as well. Especially if, you don't like the close range sweaty play style exactly. So, like if you like to snipe, this would be a good map for you because a lot of people like to sit behind this air conditioner over here and snipe, which is a pretty good spot. And then you can just like wait and look for people that get on top of these roofs. It's pretty much like a rooftop map, right? A lot of people like to sit on this like little wedge right here and snipe, waiting for people to peek their heads over there. So yeah, I think this is a very fun map. A lot of people don't really choose this very often for some reason. You do have to be careful because like if you fall in this water, you're dead. Like watch. Boom, I'm dead. Yay. I remember one time for, I think it was for the jump pad, there's like a little shard back there that you had to collect, which, I mean, you can go out this way, but it'll tell you to return to the duel zone, so you can't stay back there for too long. It is pretty cool, though. And then a lot of people, they like to troll and they like to use the flamethrower to, like, try to push people off into the water, which is, leads to some pretty funny moments, I can't lie. Yeah, I love Docks. I think this is a great map. If you don't really vote for this very often, I'd recommend, voting for it here or there. It's definitely worth a shot if you want to try something new. Maybe it'll freshen up the game for you. Definitely a very, very good map. Next up, we have Construction, which Construction is a map that, like, people used to vote for this a lot, I feel like, but in, like, recent years, people kind of quit voting for this map, right? Like, I used to play on Construction pretty often because people used to actually vote for it, right? But now people just don't vote for this map anymore, and I'm not exactly sure why. It's a very good map. It's very detailed. I like the way this map looks. In all honesty, I know I'm talking about the looks of a map a lot, but the play matters as well. But I feel like people kind of underrate the visual aspect of maps, right? Like one of the reasons I don't really like Arena all that much is because it's ugly. I don't know, is that weird? Like I don't like Arena because it's just not a very good looking map. But yeah, on Construction you can get on this crane right here and you can snipe people far away, or I mean you can just beam people too like that, which that's pretty fun sometimes. But I'm just gonna go all the way back and hopefully not die. Yep, there we go. Let's go. So if you're an auto shoot sniper, that's a good spot to hide. Not that I recommend doing that because you're gonna make me extremely mad if I run into that. But yeah, I definitely recommend voting for this map here or there. It's pretty fun. A lot of the times, like there's people that like to, they like to hide like back here if they get low on HP, because a lot of people don't expect you to be like in this spot right here, for example. And it's also like kind of a dangerous map because you can fall down like this area here and die. Pretty scary. I just now realized, like, imagine if this is real. That has to be like the tallest crane in the world. This has to be like the tallest building in the world. I just can't get it out of my head, bro. Like, we're on a building like 5,000 feet in the air, and it's just being held up by this one beam. It kind of gives me like I don't have like megalophobia, like the fear of giant things, but it's kind of triggering that feeling for me. Anyway, that's a little off topic, but yeah, you have this giant rotating shipping container here. A lot of people like to just jump in here, and a little tip for this map is that a lot of people, they instantly like to jump on top the middle of this shipping container here. So once once you spawn in, throw like a Molotov or something right there on top of this shipping container, and a lot of the times you'll hit them and do like a bunch of damage like right off the bat. So that's a little cool tip about construction. Yeah, if you guys want to see like a map tips video, I think that would be pretty interesting. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. I can do like tips and tricks for like every map. Maybe I can make like a little series out of it. I don't know. Sounds pretty fun to me. And then, oh yeah, you have these like little barrels too. So if somebody's standing right next to it, you can blow it up and do a lot of damage to them. So that's a little trick here. They're highlighted red, you know, the gray ones aren't going to do any damage. See, I'll give you a little example that knocked off a little bit of my HP there. Yeah, the weird thing about construction to me is that it has a lot more hiding spots than you would think, right? Like when people think of like a map to where there's like hiding spots, they think of like docks or station or something like that. But I feel like this has more like unexpected hiding spots, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does, but you know, this is a very, very good map. If you don't really vote for this very often, I'd recommend giving it a try. And if you haven't even played on this map at all, definitely vote for it. It's a good map. It's very refreshing compared to like Arena. At number 1, we have Station. Some of you guys might have seen this coming because I'm like the number 1 Station glazer, but you know. The thing that I like about Station is, for number 1, the weird thing about Station is that like, it kind of works for any game mode, right? You could have like a lot of players on here and it won't feel like super cramped, but you can also do 1v1s and it still works pretty well. This map is on the bigger side of things. It's not like a super small map, but it's not like super large either, like Crossroads. It's kind of like somewhere in between, I'd say. Of course, you have the train here, and you have to be careful because I think one of the spawns over here, like this one right here, if you walk backwards, you're dead. I've lost so many rounds just because of that, and it's pretty annoying. Like, I can't even lie. Yeah, of course you can go inside both of these buildings, so there's like some hiding spots in here, and you can take cover in here or whatever you need. And that's one thing that some people find annoying, is that like the enemy player likes to hide in these buildings, which thinking about it now, I don't think I've ever walked through this area right here. That's a little weird to me, but okay. Yeah, of course you have this building here. I mean, you could hide behind these boxes here, like crouch right here. You know, this would be a cool map to play hide and seek on. I should do that, honestly. I should play Rivals hide and seek and make a video out of it. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Then you have this little area right here. You can snipe out the window. You can go up here and snipe off the roof. It's a pretty fun map. Then you can go inside some of these train cars, which I don't really see people do that all that much, because I mean, you're pretty much asking for death. I think Nas needs to add like some boxes or something in these train cars. I think that'd be a pretty cool addition. Yeah, I love Station. I think it's a very, very good map. Again, it's another like kind of rooftop-esque map. You know, a lot of people like to stand on top of these rooftops and fight each other, but it can be very close range oriented as well. Like if you use shotgun or sniper, both of those will work really well on this map, just depending on the situation. Also depending on the enemy player, you know, it just depends. You know, looking at it now, where does the staircase go? Oh, it goes right here. Wait, no, this is confusing. Like, hold on. So there's a room right here. It doesn't connect to the rest of the house. You come up here and there's no door up here that connects to the rest of the building. That's a little weird to me. Whoever designed this place needs to be fired, but maybe it's because this is supposed to be like a barn and this is supposed to be like the actual house, like in here. I don't know. I don't ask questions. I just game. But yeah, I also really like the aesthetics of this map. It's a very like cabin core, cottage core-esque map. I just jumped so high right there. How did I do that? Hold on, wait. Yeah, am I crazy? Do you always jump that high on that thing? I don't know. But yeah, the trees around here are really nice. The sunset's nice. You get like these rocky mountains here too. It's a very, very nice looking map. Definitely one of the most detailed maps in the entire game. And that's one thing that I do like about this map. You know, you don't really see very much detail in some of these maps. I mean, oh, I'm gonna die. I thought I could jump on these train tracks over here. Will that kill me? Yep, it will. Okay. So yeah, very fun map. If you don't really like this map all that much, please give it another try. I think it's very, very good. You just kind of have to know how this map works. You kind of have to know like the spawns and how this map flows to enjoy it a little bit better. But yeah, try voting for this map, play on it. Tell me what you think of these maps. I think these are very, very underrated maps. Definitely better than Arena. At least some of these are. I play on Arena so much, bro. I get kind of sick of it. That's why I figured I'd make this video. Like, please try other maps. Please. Let me know your most underrated maps in the comments and subscribe for more Rivals videos just like this.